If you are a woman in your 70s or 80s and you can still engage in the activities I am about to discuss, I want to express something sincerely from my heart. You possess a unique quality. You are thriving beyond mere existence. You are flourishing. That is truly something to take great pride in. In today's society, it is common for individuals like you to be underestimated. Individuals hurry by you in the grocery store, talk over you at the doctor's office, or overlook the fact that you were once the focal point of a family, a workplace, a community. However, let's consider the reality. Your worth remains intact. Your voice remains intact. Indeed, if you can navigate your day with resilience, make choices with insight, and express affection with gentleness, you are actively influencing the environment around you. Today, I invite you to join me as we explore 8 straightforward concepts together with a focus on kindness and openness. If you find yourself engaging in any of these behaviors, even just one, it signifies that you possess a remarkable strength, a vibrant existence, and a significance that the world frequently overlooks. Perhaps you haven't heard this in a while, so allow me to express it to you now. Your presence continues to be important. You continue to possess great strength, and indeed your beauty remains undeniable. Let's get started. Firstly, you manage your well-being independently. Let's start with an aspect of life that often goes unappreciated. Having the ability to nurture your own well-being. If you can still rise in the morning, tidy your bed, groom yourself, prepare your meals, and navigate your home independently, you are not merely managing well. Your qualities are truly remarkable. Many women in their 70s and 80s often experience a subtle decline in these abilities. As they experience discomfort in their joints, their vitality diminishes and their ability to manage daily tasks gradually diminishes. However, if you continue with your daily routines, even at a slow pace and with imperfections, you are grasping something significant, your sense of dignity. I need you to listen to this carefully. Self-care extends beyond mere cleanliness or organization. It's about valuing your existence. It's about demonstrating to yourself that you continue to hold value and deserve the effort because you truly do. At times, it seems that women dedicate years to nurturing the needs of others. We nurtured and guided young minds. We provided support to our partners. We engaged in various occupations. We balanced our obligations while neglecting our own needs. At this point in life, there is a profound sense of empowerment in acknowledging, I can still do this. I maintain control over my day. Prioritizing health-consuming balanced meals, remaining active, and practicing cleanliness are all essential aspects. It may seem minor, yet it serves as the cornerstone of your liberation. This approach enables you to reside in your own space, adhere to your personal timetable, and avoid feeling like a weight on others. And I understand that no woman desires to feel like a weight on her children. That apprehension can linger subtly in the recesses of your thoughts. However, what you might not recognize is that each small action you take for your own well-being is a present not only to yourself, but also to your loved ones. By prioritizing your well-being, you provide reassurance to those who care about you. You demonstrate to them that their mother or grandmother remains resilient, still upright. This form of independence holds a certain allure. Your actions are not demonstrating anything to others. You're acknowledging the journey that has shaped you and supported you through countless experiences. Each line, each discomfort, they convey a narrative, Karam, and yet here you are continuing to progress. Recognize the significance of your actions this morning. If you prepared breakfast, got dressed, took a brief walk, washed your dishes, and organized your space, and acknowledge these accomplishments, Taos, they matter. Embrace it. You're making more progress than you realize. And I commend you for your efforts. Your cognitive abilities remain keen. Now let's discuss a topic that holds equal significance to physical well-being, your thoughts. If your memory remains intact, allowing you to manage appointments, recall phone numbers, and make decisions with clarity, consider that a valuable asset. And if you can observe others and recognize when something feels amiss, if you can perceive when someone is being disingenuous, or when an offer seems too favorable to be real, that's more than mere insight. That's strength. As we age, it's important to recognize that increasing years do not equate to diminishing clarity. There exists a distinction between going along with something and genuinely lacking comprehension. If you maintain that keen insight, the capacity for clear thought, the willingness to inquire, and the instinct to safeguard yourself, you are significantly ahead of the game. Regrettably, numerous women encounter pitfalls as they age, including deceit, exploitation, and unfulfilled assurances. Some individuals appear to extend friendship or present complimentary items, yet they may ultimately coerce you into purchasing costly products or disclosing personal details. Many elderly women fall victim to these schemes, losing significant amounts of money, not due to a lack of intelligence, but because their feelings of loneliness or trust were exploited by others. However, you are different. If you find yourself questioning things, feeling uncertain about enticing offers, taking the time to read the details, or trusting your instincts, you are on the right path. It's important to trust your instincts and not allow others to undermine your careful approach. Your carefulness has served you well, and it will persist in doing so. And there's more to a keen intellect than merely steering clear of deceit. A keen intellect also implies an understanding of interpersonal communication, the ability to assert oneself, and the capacity to express compassion when necessary. This indicates that you are continuing to evolve, actively interacting with your surroundings and reflecting profoundly. It seems you may not be utilizing the most current advancements in technology. It's natural to occasionally misplace a name. It's perfectly fine. That's a natural part of being human. What is important is that you maintain a clear sense of your identity. You understand what is important. You possess the insight to choose your words wisely and at the right moments. If your thoughts remain sharp, inquisitive, and engaged, cherish that quality. Safeguard it, nourish it with literature, dialogue, challenges, acquiring new knowledge, and maintaining engagement in life. Your thoughts hold significant value. Your perspective remains significant. Your voice continues to hold significance. While you may have moved beyond your 20s, your wisdom, alertness, and awareness remain strong. In this world, such a thing is uncommon. You possess a unique quality. I trust that you take pride in that accomplishment. You independently handle your financial matters. Let's delve into a topic that many tend to shy away from: finances. If you are a woman in your 70s or 80s and you can still manage your finances, pay your own bills, track your expenses, and oversee your bank account, then you are demonstrating remarkable strength and independence. It's about more than just the financial aspects. It's about liberation. It's about embracing the freedom to live your life without seeking approval from others. For numerous women of your generation, finances were often overseen by husbands, fathers, or other individuals entirely. And yet here you are, meticulously managing your finances, fulfilling your tax obligations, and thoughtfully considering the timing and manner of your expenditures. That is quite significant. Indeed, even when navigating a fixed income or a tight monthly budget, the ability to handle it independently reflects a remarkable inner strength. You are not relying on your children. You are not relinquishing control. You're maintaining control over your journey, even if the path appears somewhat altered. It's completely normal to seek support when you need it. It's perfectly fine if your children sometimes help you with significant choices, or if you seek guidance from someone you trust. What's important is that you continue to guide the dialogue. You are continually making decisions about how to utilize your resources. That decision that embodies strength. Some women experience feelings of guilt when it comes to spending money on themselves as they age, particularly if they believe it detracts from what they ought to pass on to others. It's important for you to understand this clearly. You have contributed immensely to your family's well-being. You have invested your time, energy, care, love, and often a part of your youth. It is entirely within your rights to allocate your resources in ways that foster tranquility, solace, or even happiness in your life. Perhaps this suggests the importance of incorporating fresh flowers into your routine on a weekly basis. Perhaps it involves maintaining a slightly higher temperature during the winter months. Perhaps it involves exploring new places, engaging in educational pursuits, or indulging in a delightful dining experience. These are essential needs. These are subtle affirmations of self-worth. If you have successfully retained your own living space or preserved your financial autonomy without relying on your children, that is truly commendable. Not solely due to your individual efforts, but because you approached it with insight, perseverance, and a focus on the bigger picture. You do not impose a financial strain. You possess strength and agency. You are a strong and reflective individual who consistently navigates her life on her own terms. So the next time you write a check or check your balance, I encourage you to smile, because regardless of whether the number is large or small, what truly matters is that you maintain your sense of control. You engage in effective communication with your children. Now let's explore one of the most poignant aspects of growing older, our connection with our children. If you find yourself in your 70s or 80s and can still engage in conversations with your children, exchange ideas, share laughter, or even have differing opinions without conflict, you are engaging in an endeavor that numerous individuals find challenging at any stage of life. It can be quite challenging at times. Your children have reached adulthood. They experience the complexities of life, including relationships, professional responsibilities, and the pressures that come with them. They frequently seem to be in a hurry, preoccupied, and at times it may appear as though they no longer have the capacity to engage with you. That can be quite distressing. However, if you have succeeded in keeping a dialogue that is both open and respectful, even if it's merely through a few phone calls, text messages, or Sunday dinners, that is certainly an achievement to take pride in. Many older parents often find themselves caught in a cycle of revisiting the past, sharing anecdotes their children are already familiar with, offering unsolicited advice, or expressing disapproval of things they don't fully grasp. In such instances, their children tend to distance themselves, not driven by anger, but rather by a sense of emotional exhaustion. However, if you have developed the ability to communicate in a manner that fosters connection instead of discord, if you inquire about their experiences, listen openly, and provide assistance without imposing, then you are engaging in something truly exceptional and meaningful. You have transformed into more than just a caregiver, but a sanctuary. It's important to acknowledge that fairness is not always present. You stood by their side for years, navigating scraped knees, mended hearts, and restless nights. It's completely natural to desire that same level of attention in return. However, there are moments when life does not reciprocate our affection in the same form we offered it. Your affection was not in vain. It signifies that it is a component of a larger whole, the foundation you have established. If your children continue to seek your guidance, if they confide in you about their struggles, or share the details of their day, then you have fostered a connection that many desire, one rooted in emotional trust. Trust develops through understanding, compassion, and an openness to personal development. Even in later years, it's perfectly acceptable for your relationship to have its imperfections. Even in the presence of misunderstandings, distance, or past wounds, the journey toward healing remains attainable. A note, a gentle expression, a heartfelt regret. These incremental changes can transform your entire experience. There is no need to change what has already happened. Embracing new experiences requires a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Thus, if you maintain a connection with your children, not by exerting control, but by showing genuine care, not through feelings of guilt, but by embracing grace, you are fostering one of the most vital aspects of aging, meaningful relationships. You're not present to presentation. Your purpose is to embrace love. Love offered softly and unconditionally stands as the most profound means of connection we possess. 5, your companion remains with you. Let's take a moment to discuss something sensitive. Your significant other. If your partner remains by your side and you've navigated the passage of time together, experiencing both the joyful moments and the challenging days, as well as the simple routines, then you are cherishing a bond that many may never have the opportunity to sustain for this duration. Growing old with someone involves much more than merely cohabitating. It's about exchanging experiences. It's about understanding how the other prefers their coffee, recalling the sound of their laughter from years past, and noticing the lines on their face that mirror your own. It's about understanding someone so deeply that sometimes words just aren't needed. However, we must acknowledge that it isn't always about romance. After 50 or 60 years, affection begins to take on a new perspective. It's not about the romantic gestures and leisurely strolls anymore. It may appear as though preparing the evening meal occurs while he engages with the news broadcast. It may resemble the experience of sitting quietly in a healthcare setting. It could potentially appear as quietude, a silence that embodies years of trust and understanding. Such a love is truly exceptional. It is profound, and if you still possess it, cherish it deeply. It's possible that your partner may not exhibit the same strength he once did. It seems you might be carrying a heavier load of responsibilities. Perhaps you sense that you are contributing more than what is expected of you. Yet within the discord, there exists a quality to appreciate. You're maintaining your relationship, and that sense of unity holds a profound significance. For those of you navigating this journey on your own, whether you have experienced the loss of a partner, have never been married, or have gone through a divorce, I want to share this with you kindly. Your experience holds equal significance. You have navigated through the pain of heartbreak. You have transformed your existence. You have demonstrated remarkable resilience in your moments of isolation. That requires a level of bravery that many individuals find hard to comprehend. Regardless of your relationship status, what truly holds significance is this: you continue to hold on to love. Your manner of communication, your compassion for those around you, and your consistent presence each day are truly remarkable. That is the core of collaboration. Meaning can manifest in various forms, not solely through the institution of marriage. However, if you still have your original partner with you, even when the intensity has diminished and the daily life seems monotonous, don't underestimate the value in that shared existence. You chose to remain when it would have been simpler to walk away. You have let go of the past. You have evolved and experienced love, not flawlessly, but with dedication. As you sit beside your husband tonight, even in silence, take a moment to appreciate that connection. It holds significant value. It's a profound connection that endures over time. 6, your passion for learning and exploring the world remains strong. Now let's explore a topic that contributes to your vitality: inquisitiveness. If you continue to seek knowledge, inquire about the world around you, and embrace new experiences, you are challenging one of the most prevalent misconceptions regarding the passage of time. Learning is a lifelong journey not limited to the young. It's for anyone who seeks to maintain their inner vitality. Perhaps you've recently started reading a new book. Perhaps you've acquired the skills to navigate your smartphone, whether it's for sending messages or checking the weather forecast. Perhaps you have discovered a method for settling a bill through the internet. Utilize video calls to connect with your grandkids or to help guide you through an unfamiliar grocery store, ensuring you feel more at ease. These aspects may appear commonplace, yet they hold deeper significance. Each time you embrace something unfamiliar, whether it's a new application, a different recipe, or an updated bus timetable, you demonstrate that age does not equate to obsolescence. It signifies strength and adaptability. And no, there's no requirement for you to become a tech expert. It's not necessary to participate in every session or be aware of every popular subject. Your willingness to embrace new ideas and experiences rather than closing yourself off is what sets you apart in a remarkable way. What truly maintains mental acuity is active involvement, inquisitiveness, inquiring about the significance of that. Could you please guide me through how that operates? It's not willing to accept that I'm past that stage. Instead, you express, demonstrate it to me, allow me to attempt. It's understandable to feel a sense of frustration. Acquiring new knowledge at this point in life can resemble the challenge of attempting to write with your non-dominant hand. Yet you proceed regardless. You make an effort, you seek answers, you engage in repetition. Engaging in that effort, regardless of its imperfections, stimulates your mind. Furthermore, it sustains your sense of self-assurance. When you possess the skills to manage everyday tasks in this dynamic environment, be it interpreting a prescription label, grasping a news headline, or navigating to a new medical office, you experience a greater sense of empowerment, reduced anxiety, and a stronger sense of stability. Additionally, there is another aspect to consider. By continuously pursuing knowledge, you motivate the younger women in your life, your daughters, granddaughters, and neighbors to embrace lifelong growth. Your actions serve as a model for others. You demonstrate that age does not define one's potential. It's an invitation to embrace your true self more completely. So whether you're engaging in a course and exploring documentaries, delving into poetry, or simply inquiring with your grandson about his favorite app, continue on your journey of discovery. Continue your journey of growth and understanding. Every time you acquire new knowledge, you ignite a fresh flame within yourself. And believe me, that light continues to radiate strongly. 7, you engage in activities that bring you happiness. Let's discuss the concept of joy. Not the grandiose type, but the subtle happiness that arises from engaging in an activity solely for your own benefit. Engaging in an activity that is free from financial concerns, responsibilities, or the pressure to achieve, and instead brings you pure enjoyment. If you continue to engage in a pastime that makes time feel fleeting, you possess one of the most valuable insights for maintaining a youthful spirit as you grow older. Perhaps it's engaging in knitting, tending to a garden, or expressing creativity through painting. Perhaps it's engaging in crossword puzzles at the kitchen table while savoring a warm cup of coffee. Perhaps it's gently humming as you wash the dishes. It doesn't need to be overwhelming or grandiose. It simply must belong to you. Many women often find themselves overshadowed by the demands of caregiving, sacrifice, and the monotony of daily life. Amidst the responsibilities of nurturing children, supporting a partner, managing a career, and maintaining a household, your personal interests have been sidelined. However, if you have embraced those moments, discovering small sources of happiness that belong solely to you, then you are engaging in something deeper than mere busyness. You are nurturing your inner self. And if you haven't discovered that yet, it's never too late. There is no age limit to starting anew. Embrace the opportunity to express yourself creatively. Take the pen in hand and explore the watercolor set. Dive into a new book. Sow some seeds and revisit the piano, allowing yourself the grace of progress no matter the pace. At this moment, you have the opportunity to engage and explore. Absolutely engage in play. Play is not solely reserved for the young. This is for those seeking to experience a vibrant sense of existence. It stimulates areas of your mind that have remained dormant for a long time. It evokes joy. It provides an opportunity for anticipation and a subject for conversation that extends beyond physical discomfort and treatments. Engaging in a hobby isn't merely about occupying time. It signifies that you continue to hold the belief that your time holds significance. That conviction is what prevents isolation from taking root. Engagement in play fosters a sense of connection. Engaging in activities like painting, quilting, or caring for your roses allows for meaningful connections with others. You can share this with your grandchildren. Consider exchanging recipes or becoming part of a small community. You integrate into a larger whole. Your presence draws others in as your happiness radiates and uplifts those around you. Therefore, if you continue to engage in activities that bring you joy, be it baking pies, composing poetry, or nurturing the birds outside your window, cherish those moments. You are engaging in a practice that many have lost touch with. You are experiencing joy in your life. And if you've lost touch with your past passions, perhaps it's time to reconnect with them. Gently close your eyes. Reflect on the past. What is something you used to find joy in, but convinced yourself you had outgrown, lacked the energy for, or missed the opportunity to pursue? Because this is the reality. There is still time. Not for happiness. This is serious business. This may not be suitable for you. 8. You have stopped measuring your worth against that of others. And now we reach the concluding chapter, a profound indication of insight, elegance, and the liberation of emotions. You've ceased the act of comparison. If you've arrived at a stage in your life where you no longer compare yourself to others and feel diminished, where you no longer gauge your value against someone else's achievements, appearance, or well-being, then you have genuinely embraced your individuality. Evaluating ourselves against others can quietly rob us of our tranquility, often without our awareness. It can quietly emerge when we observe another woman with a larger circle of friends, greater financial success, a more spacious home, a slimmer figure, or a more engaged family. It softly questions, why not me? And it carries with it a lingering sense of resentment. However, if you have evolved beyond that point, if you have gained the ability to reflect on your own life, your own narrative, and affirm, this is my journey and I take pride in it, then you are not only growing older with elegance, you are also growing older with insight. It doesn't imply that you won't experience instances of envy or sadness. That's completely understandable. However, you have begun to take charge of those emotions. You've moved past the misconception that another person's achievements diminish the significance of your own life as you have come to understand the reality now. It's important to remember that joy is not something to be measured against others. Every woman's narrative is unique with each journey encompassing its distinct joys, losses, and subtle victories. It's important to embrace the pride you feel for your children, regardless of how frequently they reach out to you. You've developed a sense of pride in your living space, regardless of its size. You've shifted your focus from seeking more to valuing what you currently have. Such tranquility cannot be found in literature or lectures. It arises from the experience of life, from the act of enduring, from the moments of loss, and the understanding that you remain resilient. And perhaps most significantly, you've begun to show yourself some kindness. You have come to terms with the decisions and missteps of your younger self, embracing her journey and the lessons learned along the way. You've come to terms with the fact that you acted to the best of your ability given your understanding at that moment. That is freedom. You have moved beyond the need to seek validation through impressiveness. You are currently concentrating on the importance of living in the moment. You've shifted from wondering about others' opinions to reflecting on your own self-perception. And when the response is, I feel proud, I am at peace, I am sufficient, that is the moment you realize you have reached your destination. Take a moment to reflect on what you've heard. If any of these 8 points resonate with you, I encourage you to pause and fully absorb that realization. You remain present. You possess immense strength, and your presence is profoundly valued. It might be something you rarely encounter, whether from the outside world, your children, or even your own inner dialogue. Allow me to express this unequivocally and without reservation. Your existence continues to hold significance. You are seen. You are still remembered. You haven't reached the end of your potential. You are a woman with rich experiences. You have persevered. You've shown remarkable adaptability. You have been a source of strength for families, and you've navigated through experiences that would have overwhelmed many. And now you are worthy of tranquility. It is important for you to experience happiness. It's important to recognize and appreciate the journey that has shaped you into the person you are today. embracing both your past and the insights you've gained along the way. This channel, Wise Elders Insight, has been designed with your needs in mind. A place where you are acknowledged, where your narrative holds significance, where your expression resonates. There is no age limit to personal development, to forming meaningful relationships, or to finding motivation. If this message resonated with you today, I encourage you to share it with others. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Which of these 8 items do you find yourself still holding on to? Or perhaps what is one goal you are currently striving to achieve? Your voice resonates with other women. By opening up, you create a connection that can help others feel understood and less isolated. If you happen to know another woman, be it a sister, a friend, or a neighbor who could benefit from this message, please share it with her. Distribute this video. Reassure her that she is not alone in this experience. We are a generation of women who have faced underestimation for far too long. However, that is no longer the case. Absent from this location, this is your safe haven. This is your inner dialogue. This moment belongs to you. And you, my dear, continue to radiate your light.